While I was sitting and philosophizing, pondering over life's mysteries, one specific idea came into my mind, namely how our ancestors had a lot easier time when it comes to development than we have today. And let me clarify what I mean by that. As per the pyramid of needs that was conducted by Abraham Maslow, and I did 2 videos about that subject. You can check them out later. Our highest priorities in this life are dominated by our impulses, satisfying our physiological needs like eating, sleeping, having some sort of intimacy with people, connection. And after that, you upgrade your consciousness and start to seek something more deeper, something more meaningful for you, because we're all are driven by personal development. There's no point in life where we would feel satisfied to the point that you could sit on your ass and do nothing. There's always something to do. There's always something new to learn and something totally new to explore. What I mean by our ancestors having a lot easier time when it comes to survival is that satisfying your physiological needs doesn't demand too much of an effort. It's very straightforward. You have a problem like hunger, your body tells you about that. You go out there, you hunt some deer or maybe a mammoth, kill it, butcher it, eat it for several weeks maybe, and then you have some leisure time to connect and bond with your fellow human beings in your own cave. There's nothing much about it. It's very simple, straight to the point. But when it comes to upgrading your consciousness, and yet again, if you watch that video of mine or maybe Google some pictures of Maslow's pyramid, you will understand that as you upgrade your consciousness, it becomes trickier to develop your awareness, to develop your intellect, to develop your wisdom to higher levels, because you shift your focus from external cues, external activities to internal engineering. Inner engineering demands dedication. You cannot approach it as logically and rationally as you do with math or science or another type of engineering. There are no clear objectives, nor are there clear results. It's something that you feel inside of yourself. It's something that you strive for and evaluate afterwards. It's like fumbling in the dark. You will know what you have reached afterwards. You cannot envision that. It's like me trying to teach you riding a bike. I can give you some guidelines, some tips, general understanding of how you should keep your balance, but you have to do the work for yourself. And that leads me to the next chapter of this video, where I want to emphasize the importance, the necessity of self-improvement, especially for men, because we have burden of performance. And I'm very glad that we have few of you ladies watching these videos pursuing higher understanding of what it means to be a human being and what it means to live a life. But because men have to perform and have to become and have to show results, there's a higher chance that that kind of a lifestyle, that kind of an attitude pushes us to discover or to explore much more of life. Just a side note, I'm quite sure that many of you have heard about a man called loser, but you have never heard about a woman called a loser. Anyhow, going further down this rabbit hole, you will understand that self-improvement has to become your priority. It's nothing that you do on your leisure time, something that you have as a hobby. It has to become your number one priority in life. And the trick is that we have to balance that, the search for the truth, with creating resources to sustain this physical body. Take myself as an example. I would like nothing more than just explore, read books, watch videos, and get more efficient in my own work, in my own improvement. But unfortunately, we have to sustain our social duties and play the part in society in order to get food on the table and pay the rent, which is why life is all about balance, not going overboard with anything in your life. Sometimes you feel that you have more energy and more eagerness so that you could invest more time in maybe developing skills and creating value for others, and some time passes by and you feel that you would like to be on your own, get to know yourself much better. Watching different channels on self-improvement and personal development and spirituality and philosophy will give you only the theory. You have to do the practice. You have to contemplate. You have to introspect. You have to do the emotional work in order to become a better version of yourself, as cliche as it might sound. It's very easy to get drowned in a bunch of self-improvement videos and not do the work. Nothing will happen if you don't put the hours that are necessary for you to improve, for your consciousness to be elevated. My job here is to give you some motivation, give you some inspiration, maybe kick you in the butt, give you aha moments when you have some kind of a hunch but never had the moment to put words in your thoughts. And your job is to get in, learn, get out. What I mean by that is to not get stuck in a certain area of your exploration. There are many things that you have to get hold of in order to thrive in life. Finances, business, sexuality, relationships, spirituality, health, fitness. All those areas have next level to them. Be cognizant of that. Be mindful of that. And because the future will become even more so a one-man show, it's even more important for you to master your own life. Take the responsibility and put yourself accountable for your own development. Watching videos and reading books are all good and peachy, but you have to invest time. Don't expect things to happen overnight. After all, we won't appreciate something that we got with ease. Going forward, survival of the fittest won't happen externally. It will happen internally. If you haven't watched the videos on Maslow's pyramid, I would highly recommend to do that. See you in the next year. Hossein, out.